Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go. Peace. Welcome to another episode of Disabled is Able, where we, the disabled, show our super ability, our superpowers to break things down. I got Fredy, I got Eli in the building. Fellas,
what's up with y'all?
Are we doing?
What up?
I'm chilling, rocking and rolling. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes, because last week was my birthday.
Wow.
Absolutely. Let's give another clap up for that.
It's an amazing birthday.
Yeah, amazing birthday.
He read the comments, guys. He read the comments.
I did. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate all that love and support.
Yep.
Fredy, it is it midterms?
Oh, it's finals week. It's finals weeks, baby.
So this is the playoffs.
Yeah. This is the home stretch. This is where I cram the body.
All right.
You
So
know
how you think you're doing so far?
I think I'm doing really good. I have a game plan for tomorrow's exam at 7:30.
Oh, 7:30 a.m.?
Yeah, a.m.
Okay, all right.
AM. Yeah, this week it was just all papers for some odd reason I had to turn in. Mm-hmm. And it involved me sleeping over in the library, something I've never done in my life.
Gotcha.
So, you know what I mean?
That's commitment.
Because it was tough.
No, that's what we call commitment right
Yep.
there.
And then, it's not over because after finals week, I'm taking another course over the winter as well.
Okay.
Because, it's online.
So you're staying busy then?
Yeah, I'm staying busy. This is all for my senior year. Could be lighter.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
makes sense.
I'm not trying to make myself do more work when I'm trying to leave.
No, that's very smart on your part. You know, prepping and making sure that the senior year.
That way you can just blaze through it next year.
Yeah,
senior year is supposed to be your easy year.
Exactly.
Yeah. So with that being said, let's get this thing started.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
So NBA action, we had the preseason kickoff.
Yeah, that was really weird.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of creeped up on us.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, when I was watching it, and ain't no fans in those arenas.
That's going to be weird.
But it felt like there was, though, because they were in their own stadiums, but there's no fans.
Right.
Yeah, and fans, listen, guys, we have to admit, fans bring energy.
Yeah, they do.
Intrigue and
whether you're the road team or the home team, you're gonna love fans.
Because the bubble was awesome in the aspect of it's like a bigger game.
Right.
So we gotta come at each other.
Right.
Which kind of worked for them for that short amount of time.
Only for 2 months, but that was only because you were trying to get a championship.
Exactly.
Right.
You were trying to get that out of the way. But now that they're doing baseball and NFL where they go to their stadiums, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
But the good thing I do like about it is you can hear what the players are saying.
Yeah.
I heard why I was like, get out of here with that.
But the NBA has to put a delay on that because,
cursing,
them players are cursing.
Yeah.
They be saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Give me that.
Yeah, give me that.
I got it.
What's Melo's? Carmelo's Anthony. F out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. I got that.
Yeah.
So, and some of the basic highlights I saw, I wanted to see LaMelo.
Yeah,
that was lit.
I thought he did well.
His passing skills already
Insane. The number one pick, Edwards.
Edwards.
He only had about 5 points, but he hit two deep jumpers.
Wiseman didn't get to play. He has him and Draymond tested positive for the.
Okay.
For COVID?
Yeah, for COVID.
Okay, but Curry looked cool. Curry looked good.
Kelly
Hooper is looking like a steal.
Right.
It's looking like a steal.
I like that. I like that move. And
I thought John Wall looked good.
Yeah, John Wall looked really, really good.
What about Boogie Cousins?
That combination is looking good because they played together in Kentucky. It makes sense.
Kevin Durant comes back to the court for the first time
tonight.
in 18 months.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, it's in an hour, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
And Obi from the Knicks look good. The team looks
Obi-Wan,
good.
yes.
Obi-Wan Kenobi looks good.
He actually looked more relaxed than I thought he would look. So that looks good.
Do you think him and Andre gonna bump heads because they kind of play the same position?
Who?
Andre Barrett.
No, Andre
No,
Barrett
Andre Barrett's
is the
the
two.
point guard.
Okay.
Obi is like a big guy.
Okay.
So he's going to be either a stretch 4 or a 3.
Most likely a stretch 4
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
a 3.
Yeah.
3 when they want to go small.
In other news, contract extensions for Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Paul George.
I mean, I'm not too sure about the Paul George one.
Yeah, that threw me off.
But from the Clippers standpoint, I
You
understand.
gave up 8 picks.
Because you gave up 8 draft picks. You don't want him to walk for nothing next year.
Yeah.
And then you
So,
right.
for that point, but I don't know if that's going to make Kawhi want to stay. This is a very important year for the Clippers because Kawhi is going to get a chance to see what Paul George is made of.
What he basically invested in by
Yes.
making that decision to go to the Clippers.
Absolutely. So I'm never going to hate on another man getting his
Now
money.
the Lakers handled their business.
Lakers handle their business.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron James and Anthony Davis said, we're here for the long haul. We're in L.A., and we're trying to, solidify that.
And they said at the end of his career, talking about LeBron's, his net worth is going to be about like $475 million.
Yeah, it's close to $500 million. Just
that's
off contract.
Off contract from playing
Right.
ball.
From playing ball. That's
Add
insane.
another like maybe $25 to $50 million with his endorsements.
Oh man, he's getting way more than that.
Yeah, way more.
I'm estimating.
And life,
No, that's why I said that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
and lifetime Nike contract
Yeah,
that we don't even know how much he gets paid for.
They
that.
said his
So,
Nike deal is technically
Life.
worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
But we don't know. So they did that thing.
yeah, and his contract extension ends when Bronny is done with high school.
Right. So which means
he's
and by that
technically-
point, I believe they can just go into the NBA, right?
yeah, they can go to the NBA or like they can play in the G League and then be brought up.
Right.
So that's LeBron's dream.
But LeBron established again that he don't want to play with his son. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah, I mean, why would you? Because then you're on the back end of your career, unless it's just something historical.
yeah,
Right.
I want to be around when my son is in the league.
Right.
And-
But I don't think
Because his
that's
son
ever
might
happened.
go to another team.
yeah,
You never
yeah,
really know.
yeah.
Right.
James Harden, the rumors, he's now extended his wish list
Right.
to the Bucks
Miami.
That's interesting.
and Miami. Now the Bucks, they would have to give away Giannis. That's not gonna happen.
Well, I mean, or maybe Chris
Man,
Middleton.
they got Chris Middleton, but like that's not enough, man.
Houston don't want that.
I don't want that.
So,
to go with Wall.
I don't
Yeah,
know what
so
kind
who
of
does
pieces.
Miami give up then?
Miami would have to give up Tyler.
No,
Yeah.
see the thing is with Miami,
What's the other shooting guard?
Duncan.
Robinson.
Duncan, Tyler, 7 draft picks, and something else.
Yeah,
For it to even be considered.
because
I'm
you're
not giving away
Bam.
and I'm not giving away Butler.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Everybody else is expendable.
Right.
Those two have to be
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? If you're trying to add
Yeah.
Giannis. And I think Giannis would fit better in
I'm
Miami.
thinking-
Because they got Bam.
Now, watch this. Watch this. Oh, we talking about Harden.
Right.
Harden.
Oh, I'm getting confused.
Because you getting confused with Giannis.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Giannis they can just get him for free, right? Yeah.
Giannis can sign.
Right, Giannis could sign right up. For Hardaway, yeah, you'd have to get. But why would you want Hardaway? Doesn't I mean Harden does not fit. I'm a little delirious. It's Sunday. Harden doesn't fit
Their scheme, yeah.
the scheme the way Miami plays.
You don't work as hard. I mean,
He don't
not
play
that
no
he don't work.
defense.
Right.
It's all ISO. It's all
okay.
ISO.
They don't play like that.
So then what about Brooklyn? Because I still think
Now that would be the
the
greatest
Brooklyn
move.
move. Now here's the thing, though. Their depth would be extremely weak when you bring those 3 players
But them
out.
3 players could get you to the finals.
Right.
And when you get to the finals, you just want to get a shot at LeBron and them.
Right.
And LeBron would have to look over and see Kevin Durant, the one he can't beat in the finals when he's with the Warriors. Kyrie Irving, the one you raised
And
to a
he recently
champion.
spoke about Kyrie.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
we got it. We'll get into that.
And then the scoring machine in Harden.
Yeah.
That would be a formidable task.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
but
Brooklyn
I
would
think
be-
I think James
And
is out.
also, we got Philly. He added Philly to this as
He
well.
did.
That's a little bit more doable. But I don't think
But who do you give up? You give up Ben
that
Simmons?
it has to be Ben. It has to be Ben.
Okay, you give up Ben and some draft picks. That might work.
That might work. That's the only one that kind of works.
Coach, yeah.
That's the only one that would work.
Okay, you mentioned Kyrie. Can we? You
want to get into that?
Yeah, you want to spit the little last piece on the Harden thing?
So personally, I would like to see Harden in Miami, but I don't think it's gonna happen because in recent trade talks that Miami has engaged with Houston. It's reported they engaged trade talks, but they're not willing to. They're willing to give up everybody else except Butler and Hero, but Houston wants Hero, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Right. So that's the latest on that report.
Right. So going into this Kyrie Irving situation, because I was watching LeBron James do an interview with Richard Jefferson on Undisputed, and he was talking about the Kyrie comments.
I think it was called Road Trip 2.
Right, Road Trip 2, yeah. And apparently Kyrie was saying this is the first time in his career he's had a bona fide clutch shooter on his squad. Yeah. And I was like, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Referring back into the data.
It's the first time he didn't have to, he knows that Kevin is going to take the last shot.
Yeah, but I'm like, you also had that in Cleveland with LeBron.
Yeah.
Because history shows every clutch shot, except the one that won the finals,
was from LeBron.
Yeah. So I think sometimes Kyrie speaks before he thinks.
That's true. And I'm happy LeBron said this because I didn't want him to give me some passive comment. He said, no, that really stung a little bit.
Yeah.
And he said, I was trying to help him become an MVP, which I don't think that would have ever really happened with LeBron being there. But
remember, LeBron put him in a situation to make as many shots as you want.
Right.
LeBron really raised that man's game up. Yes, he did.
I feel like Kyrie never appreciates what LeBron has done to his career.
Right.
Except the phone call he gave to him when he was in Boston.
Which is confusing to me because you just gave him a phone call.
I think he's bipolar. He must be bipolar.
Possibly.
You know, he speaks before he thinks.
And then you said earlier today, off camera, that he was he wasn't doing no interviews.
Yeah, he told the media, after the game, there's protocol for
to do
the stars of the team to come out and say. Right. He said he's not speaking all year long, so they fined him $25,000, and from what I understand, they're going to double the fines.
That's
every time he misses,
and that's 72 games. That's a lot of. That's a
lot of money. He'll go broke.
But now he does Instagram lives. He's been doing that a lot. He did it with Kevin.
I saw.
And so they talk about them playing against each other in the finals. His relationship with Kevin is a lot better than I think what his relationship with LeBron has ever been.
Because LeBron played the role of a big brother to him.
Yeah.
I think he sees Kevin Durant more as his equal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that has a lot to do with it. And whether he wants to admit it or not, if LeBron don't come to Cleveland, he don't get no championship. He's James Harden. You know what I'm saying? He's John Wall.
Same thing for Kevin.
Yeah.
He's a Russell Westbrook.
If Kevin doesn't go to Golden State, he don't get his
No, I disagree.
With Kevin Durant?
With Kevin Durant. He would have got it regardless.
Well, I think OKC was good enough.
Okay, no. I know where you're coming from. I think if they didn't give away James Harden, possibly. Yeah. Definitely. But
even if he would have picked another team, he would have got it regardless.
I'm not sure. As long as LeBron was in his way, nobody can.
Maybe in Boston. Maybe in Boston.
If he went to Boston or one of those up-and-coming teams that they play well together, he would have got it.
Yeah, possible.
He would have got it.
But all roads to the finals over the last decade go through LeBron.
Yeah,
they just go through LeBron. Yeah. So and LeBron cherishes the opportunity to beat you or get beat, and we see the teams that mainly beat him were super teams.
Yeah.
Right.
And he also said that the last two champions, he's won the hardest two championships.
That's his
opinion. In history, in his opinion.
Now, I've watched some of the championships in the '80s where there was no flagrant fouls called.
I will say,
guys played their hearts out.
I will say, just address his statement. I think those were the two hardest ones in our generation.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking,
I would have agreed to disagree because I'm misinformed of the past championships, so I don't really know.
But definitely in our
generation,
totally, 100%.
And I'm gonna say this: if James Harden goes to Brooklyn, and the Lakers wind up meeting Brooklyn in the finals, and LeBron beats that team.
Yeah.
He's the greatest. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
If he beats James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving in the 7-game series?
Because y'all don't. Brooklyn wouldn't have an answer for Anthony Davis.
Ooh.
No.
Well, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but I mean, Kevin don't want to bang down there in the post.
But Kevin Durant would be that. Them two would be.
Nah, you don't really need to because Davis would have to come out of the post to guard him.
Right.
Sure.
So it will work both ways.
Sure.
Yeah.
No answer for Kyrie Irving on the planet.
And no answer for LeBron or James
And no
Harden.
answer. LeBron wouldn't guard James Harden. We would put,
somebody
on him, and LeBron would just. But they would have no answer for LeBron.
No.
Right.
So
see, the thing is, I still agree that Kyrie has better handles than Curry. I'm just gonna end it with that.
No. Yeah,
no. That's. I'm gonna be honest. I go back and forth. I think.
Here's how I debate it.
Curry is more efficient, but Kyrie's boogie is just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, his boogie is different.
Right.
It's crazy.
Off the glass with the yo-yo type. Give it to Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie's
with the flashy, because Curry has more range with it. He doesn't really need that much space.
See, Kyrie needs that so he can get to the hoop.
Yeah.
For the most, Steph needs it just to get
across a half
step
court.
on you. Yeah. But those are the two number 1 and 2 handles in the league
as of right now.
This time.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
All right, now, last week's football games that we didn't cover, we're going to cover them now.
Yep, real
just
quick.
to keep our fans and audience up to speed.
Yep.
The Browns beat the Titans 41-35.
Very impressive win.
Very impressive win. I think we need to start looking at the Browns.
Are we taking them serious?
No, not Super Bowl serious. But for them, if they make the playoffs,
they can win one.
That's a Super Bowl for them.
Right.
True.
And they still had to face the Steelers, so they could still win their division.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
and get a home game.
Right. Baker Mayfield had 334 yards and 4 touchdowns.
This is looking bad for Odell. Odell, get out of there, bro.
Yes, it's looking very bad for Odell.
Looking really bad.
Because now the team is not worrying about who the number 1 receiver is.
Yeah, that's probably just Landry.
Yes.
And they do better when Nick Chubb is.
And their running game, yes.
Yeah, their running game is
Listen, when you have a dope running game, that means it opens everything else up.
Yeah.
Because you got to get single coverage.
Because Landry don't need the ball like Odell do.
Right. He's not ball hungry. The Colts beat the Texans 26-20.
That was a big division win for the
Colts. Rivers is starting to get in tune with the Colts, playing in that dome.
Yeah.
May add an extra year or 2 to his career.
Right, yeah.
You're playing inside of a dome, The Giants whipped on
Russell Wilson.
That was the shocking game of the week. I think Russell Wilson is...
And he got sacked like at least 8 times.
But you know what? See, sometimes, and I don't mean to put this kind of thing on his marriage. Sometimes you get married and get with the kids.
Where is this coming from?
And your superpower as a player diminishes. He's in
love.
Because
he's putting all his attention on the family?
You got to be... Listen, sometimes a family can be a distraction.
Okay.
Not knocking Ciara. I love her.
And
I love the family, but what has changed in his life over the last year? He's had another baby.
Yeah, he did.
He's talking Jesus a lot. He's not religious. His girl they got a new perfume out. His and hers. So all of these side distractions.
Oh my God.
You got to get back to football, bro. Get back to football. Then in the off season,
they still have a winning record, though.
Yeah, but barely. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The Chiefs beat the Broncos in a closer game.
Closer game than I thought. Oh my God, we have to talk about this play real quick. So I was watching the game, and Patrick Mahomes throws it like 50 yards down the field, and Hill catches it kind of, but bobbles it out, and the way he fell on it, the ball didn't hit the ground. He thought it did because the way he popped up, it was 4th down. That made it 4th and 10. I'm like, and usually as a coach, you let the challenger play, but because he didn't go over to Andy and say, because he thought he dropped the ball,
so they didn't get
to play.
Wow.
Because it would have been the greatest touchdown catch I have ever seen, besides the Odell one.
And they didn't throw the flag?
They didn't throw it, did nothing, because he thought he dropped it. But when you watch the replay,
he grabbed it here?
Yeah, and he held it and the game touched the ground.
That's crazy.
It didn't even because the defender bobbled it, and but
then went like this, so and
then he thought he touched the ground, so then he got up and thought it was slowed down. And then when everybody was watching the Jumbotron, Andy was like, "Yo, why didn't you tell me the?" And he was like, "I didn't know I caught it."
Right.
I mean, Andy, you should be paying attention.
Yeah, that's why you have people up in the booth too.
And I was saying, whether you caught it or not, I'm telling the coach, "Yo, I caught that. I caught it, coach. Like, no challenge. I don't care if it's ankle brain or not. I caught it."
Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
But you don't want to waste those challenges. You know how that
right, but I'm just saying. But hey, they won the game, so it ain't.
It don't even matter. But
the biggest upset of last week was the Washington team. They don't even have a name. That's how bad they are. Just call them Washington. Beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
How hard is it to make a name?
23-17. Well, you want probably the community to get involved. You want the name to mean something. So they beat the 11-0 Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. What a win! And listen, Alex Smith is a legitimate quarterback.
Are we gonna blame the schedule situation on their loss a little bit?
No,
because
a little bit. It was a little weird.
Remember, they were supposed to play that Thursday.
Yeah.
They got put the Thanksgiving game.
Yes. So that has something to do with it. But Pittsburgh was 11-0, but
was never really that good.
Never really that good.
They had too many easy opponents on that schedule.
Even when they played Dallas, it was kind of close.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I think they'll wind up losing another 2 games.
Does that win against Pittsburgh think that prove to you that Washington might win the division?
Well, 6 wins, maybe 7 is going to win it.
Yeah.
Right.
They're right there. Right. So now let's get to that was last week's games.
Let's get to this
week's games, which are in progress.
Yeah.
Right. But we still can see what's going on. Let's give the scores of the games that have already happened, and let's give our predictions on the ones that ain't happened yet.
My bad.
And take your time. There you go. Wow. All right. So let's deal with the finished games.
Okay. The finished games are.
No, those are the games in progress. Go down.
Oh, my bad. My fault. Okay, so the Cardinals beat the Giants.
Cardinals beat the Giants.
26-7.
Not surprised there.
Buccaneers beat the Vikings.
Big win for the Bucks.
14.
Big win for the Bucks.
Chiefs beat the Dolphins 33-27. That was a close game,
but they get the win.
Titans beat the Jaguars 31-10.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys beat the Bengals 30-7.
Must be a holiday.
Bears beat the Texans 36-7.
Mm-hmm.
And Broncos beat the Panthers 32-27.
All right, so we've seen that. Now let's go to the games in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Sunday.
Yes.
So this is happening in real time.
Packers are up 14-7.
Okay, let's go here first.
I'm just,
Yeah, 49ers are up on the Washington team.
7-0.
Well, we know who's going to win that. We'll take the 49ers in that.
Tie ball game between the Chargers and Falcons. I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm going to take I'll take the Chargers. Take the Chargers in that.
17-14 Colts against the Raiders.
Ooh.
I'm going to take the Colts.
I think the Raiders need to win very bad.
But they won last week, the clutch game against the Jets.
Yeah. But I think they have to stay close.
Yeah, they gotta stay competitive. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Eagles are leading 7-0 against Saints.
I got the Saints.
No, I got the Saints.
Bro. Yeah, I got the Saints. And your favorite team is getting smoked 3-17 by the Seahawks.
That's not my favorite team. Stop
saying it is. It is on the computer. You got to change that. It says on the computer. They're down 17-3.
And who do we have tonight?
Tonight we have the Steelers and Bills in Buffalo.
I got the Bills.
I have the Bills too. And then the Ravens and the Browns, I have the Browns.
That's the Monday night game.
Yeah, I got the Browns.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to take the Ravens.
They do need this win.
Yeah, the Ravens need that win back.
They need that win.
And who's the okay, that's the other games. Okay.
Yeah, and then predictions for week 15.
And now we'll get into, let me do this thing with my wife's voice.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Able podcast.
Now we'll do next week's games.
Mm-hmm.
Start with my favorite team.
Your favorite team, Jets versus Rams.
Rams, easy.
Rams, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the Jets are gonna pull out a win.
Maybe.
Eventually, yeah.
So
maybe.
I'm gonna go with the Jets. I don't know why.
I think the Rams are gonna win the division now.
Chargers, Raiders.
My bad. Hold on. Chargers, Raiders.
That's a division game.
Taking the Raiders.
I'll take the Raiders.
Yes, I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Bills, Broncos. Bills.
Denver's a tough place to
I
play.
like Broncos. I like the Broncos have been winning lately, so let me just go
I'm
on
gonna
the
take the Broncos.
You're gonna both take?
Yeah,
Alright, I'm gonna take the
Broncos.
Bills. Panthers, Packers.
Give me
I'm
the
Packers.
Packers. The Packers need to just run away with this.
Yeah. The Packers need more wins.
49ers, Cowboys. I'm gonna take the 49ers.
In Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the 49ers.
Dallas won today.
Give
me the Cowboys.
I'm gonna give the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Just because they won.
But
They
whatever.
won. If it all falls to their favor, they're only one game back.
True.
Right,
So-
right,
Good
right.
point. Seahawks versus Washington. Seahawks.
Yeah. Ooh.
Give me the Seahawks because I think they just got to get focused.
Give me Washington. Chase Young has been killing it right now.
Yeah,
so,
he's been killing it. Yeah.
Over you got Russell Wilson?
I know that's tough, right?
All right,
Yeah.
well. Bears, Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings.
I'll take the Vikings. They're the home
Yeah,
team.
Vikings.
Patriots, Dolphins. I'm going to take the
I'm
Patriots.
take Dolphins.
I'll take the Dolphins.
Jaguars, Ravens.
Jaguar. Give me the Ravens.
Buccaneers,
Ravens.
Buccaneers, Falcons.
Yeah, the Bucks.
Bucks.
Yeah. Lions, Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titans.
Yeah.
Texans, Colts.
Colts.
Eagles, Cardinals.
Eagles,
Yes, Cardinals.
Hey, did you go to the? Okay. All right.
Wow.
Okay. It seemed like a lot of games that week.
Yeah.
Is that still week 15? Yeah.
Yeah, because no buys anymore.
Okay. All right. That's why everybody's playing. Right.
Everybody's playing. I believe this is America's game of the week, which is the the Chiefs and Saints.
That's got to be the game.
That's
of the
gotta be.
week. Give me.
Give me the Chiefs. They're too overpowered, man.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Yeah. Give me the Chiefs.
Browns, Giants, Browns.
I'm gonna go with the Giants just because I want to see who wins this division.
I'm gonna take the Browns.
Steelers, Bengals. Taking the Steelers.
Steelers.
And that's our week 15 prediction. So we just gave y'all 3 weeks worth of football
Yeah.
in one sit down.
Hey.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Able podcast.
Culture. Deebo from Friday. Tommy Liston is his actual name, has passed away. We don't know all the details.
Right.
We'd like to send our condolences out to his family.
Yes.
Iconic character.
Yeah, he's an iconic character for your generation and mine.
Yeah.
Them Friday movies.
Hold on. PSA moment. Ice Cube, you need to dead the whole Friday. That last little Friday you was trying to squeeze out.
Well, I think because I was listening to another celebrity who said Paramount Pictures or whoever was kept rejecting
under the umbrella of Friday.
Yeah, kept rejecting these great scripts
that
they had for a Friday.
Okay.
And now it's too late because a lot of characters from that movie have passed on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pops has passed on. Deebo has passed on.
Bernie
Mac.
The young girl who was in the car from Friday. I mean, with Chris Tucker thought she was looking like Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson, yeah.
She wound up looking like Fredy Jackson.
Right.
She passed away.
Okay, so
the guy in Pinky's store, the Spanish guy, with not Chris Tucker, with Omar Epps.
Yeah.
Mike Epps.
He passed away. Mike Epps. And there was one more character who escapes me.
Okay, see, I didn't know Paramount kept declining.
I'm not sure if it's Paramount. Whoever is the parent company who was supposed to greenlight the film.
Didn't greenlight.
It's either Paramount or Warner Brothers.
Yeah, one of those theaters.
Okay.
So we want to send our condolences out to him. Also, Natalie Desselle, the actress from Baps, played with Halle Berry, How to Be a Player, Cinderella with Brandy, and she played in a couple of Tyler Perry movies. She also passed away.
Yeah.
So we also want to send our deepest condolences out to her and her family. 2020, guys.
Yeah,
it's been crazy, yeah.
It's been brutal.
We've been losing a lot of, I don't want to say powerful people, but people who are a lot of significance, like celebrity-wise. We lost.
And that's not including people in their personal lives who's lost people
as well, yeah.
due to Corona and, things of that nature. So our condolences go out to him.
Yeah.
Now, Lil Wayne is going to jail.
He is.
It's sad, but it's true. He has pled guilty to gun charges.
Is that why he went to jail a couple years back?
I believe he went to jail something very similar for gun charges.
When he went to jail, that's why Drake was like, "Woo!"
Right, right. But Drake was holding it down.
Was holding it down for Young Money.
Right, for Young Money, while Wayne.
There's nothing to hold down anymore because there's no Young Money.
Yeah.
So.
And side note, he also sold his music catalog.
Yes.
For $100 million.
$100 million. He sold it to Universal Music Group, the company.
Right, and I'm thinking he's trying to solidify as much money as he can while he's away in prison. He got to think about his future. He could have got more than $100 million.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, he definitely got more catalog. Yeah.
But when you sell, is critical. Now, had he sold 5 years ago, when he was at his height, he probably could have got double that.
Right, yeah.
But because, of the situation, he's not as hot as he used to be.
Yeah.
So he basically got Taylor Swift.
Yes, he got Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And he sold them months ago. We're just finding out now.
Oh, okay.
And then also, too, I was looking at an interview that Jay Mills, a former member of Young Money, he was saying that since Lil Wayne has been on the road so many years, since he was young, he doesn't know, he depends too much on money because he pays for everybody else's things because that's how he does it.
Yeah.
He has to keep a lot of money in rotation to supplement all of his friends, family.
Absolutely. And now I'm hearing that the industry itself lost at least $3 billion because nobody can travel. So the industry performance is a big part of how you make money. Touring, and because all of that's been down, the industry itself has lost a lot of money.
Also, I just found this out yesterday because I was playing a song from Kehlani's album, but she removed Tory Lanez from a song.
Okay. Based on
his situation. I knew that was going to happen. I was hoping she didn't do that.
Yeah.
Are you still mad about that?
Yes, I'm still mad about that because that verse was amazing.
I know, that verse was fire.
I like the chemistry between them and
they're friends in real life.
Right. So I'm thinking,
but the backlash,
I get it. But sometimes I want celebrities to stand their ground
and allow the courts to decide.
Right. And I would have been way happier if she had done that if he was found guilty of the charges.
Absolutely.
Don't just assume because all your female friends are bashing you because he's on the record with you and he did a bad crime or allegedly did a bad crime, and now you're
A lot of people did that. JoJo did that as well. JoJo had a song with him on her new album, took him off.
Because if he's not found guilty,
how you gonna feel?
Are we gonna add the song?
Are we gonna put him back?
Right, put him back on. Right. So,
exactly.
Yeah, right.
So it makes sense.
And the Kid Cudi album, Eli, tell me all about.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi came back out.
It's called Man on the Moon 3.
Man on the Moon 3.
The trilogy to the original Man of the Moon.
Right. I tried to listen to it. My wife was very disturbing. She had me working like a slave. Couldn't enjoy the album. So tell me all about it.
I don't really know too much about Kid Cudi. I do know that when he did come out, he took a long hiatus off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was actually perfect time for him to drop.
Right.
Because
everything's been quiet.
Everything's been quiet.
And Kid Cudi's been one to deal with. He's been expressing depression.
Right.
He's
been dealing with a lot
mentally throughout the years. Because coming out of being basically a protege from Kanye, it's hard.
Right. To fill those shoes.
Especially when your sound is basically the reason why such an important album Kanye dropped came out because of you.
Yes.
Because of your sound, because the way when he discovered you and stuff like that, like you influenced him to make that album that's like.
Is that the 808?
Arguably, I think, yeah.
The 808
The 808 Heartbreak album, which is, to my generation, a lot of new artists
took that as a template
and gave birth to it. So that's how Juice WRLD came about.
Right.
That's how a lot of these melodic rappers / singers were created because of these albums.
Sprinkle of Drake in there,
Sprinkle of Drake in there,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So give me some of the songs, Eli.
Some of the songs, Tequila Shots, I like that one. She Knows This, I like that. Damage. It gives me very Travis Scott
feel.
Sicko mode kind of album.
Travis Scott has reportedly like influenced him a lot in this album because Travis wanted him to rap more. He was like, "Yo, you are a very underrated lyricist," and he was like, "Man, you have."
And he said that in his interview with Complex Music.
Yeah. He said that in his interview with Apple, with Zane Lowe and Complex.
Okay.
So, and I'm very happy about this project. Very impressed with his vocal.
What do you feel? Do you feel like it's too long? Do you feel like it's too short? Like,
no, it's only 58 minutes. Look, I haven't. Here's the thing: if albums are under an hour for me, I'll listen to the whole thing.
Gotcha.
If it's more than an hour, and like an hour and 18 minutes, I'm only listening to like half, and then I gotta take a break, and then
get the other half.
Yeah, get the other half.
How was the song with Pop Smoke? Because I feel a little weird that people keep using his verses after he passed.
I do too, and I didn't think that
they don't know how to integrate it. It's weird.
He integrated it pretty well. He just used like a little bit of samples from it. Then go overboard with it.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. I like the track with Trippie Redd with.
Trippie Redd. A lot of people keep featuring Trippie on their albums.
And no, that's another one. And and I'm very proud of him and hoping that he kind of stays in the music industry a little bit longer this time instead of disappearing.
Guys, where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Disabled Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. And we guys will see you in
2021. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
All right. And we love y'all.
And we love y'all.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands